Hello there everybody, how are we today? Thursday, and another block for you. Yes, the one that I had issues with the other day. It's another star, so we're no surprise there because I like my stars. Obviously if you're not into doing the stars, you do whatever you want within a piece. Background 12 inch. So what have we got? Ta-da! Okay, oh my gosh, did I have problems with that. 3 times I cut those yellow bits. I couldn't get it to look right. I changed the background several times. I've got that many more bits and tiddly bits in my stash. It's ridiculous, but there we are. I have got a weirdness going on in so much as I'm stretching this blue one because that's all. Well, I think I've got enough for tomorrow's, depending what I do. I say tomorrow. What's tomorrow's Friday? No, Saturdays. I think I've got enough just to scrape through on my last block that I need, because this is block 26. I can't get over that. And if I've been doing that every 2 days, we're over 50 days. We're getting for 60 days. Frightening. Where's the time gone? I know it's probably dragging for a lot of you out there, but my time has been so filled up with doing this and playing. I can't believe it. But there we are. So anyway, so what I've done, I put my tie colours in the corner. So I put one little blue one because that's all I had left really. And then the 3 other corners I did with the darker one. So he's purposely odd. Make it purpose, as I always say. But he's included, that's the thing. Okay, so what's different about this one? Now, we'll say accuracy as ever. Triangles, don't handle them, try not to let them stretch on the bias, okay? And these yellow ones, you have to remember, if you're using templates or whatever, that you turn it over, because you need 4 going in one direction and 4 going in the other direction, okay? Don't forget that one, because otherwise they'll all land up. It'll be a very wonky star, even wonkier than mine was edited to, all right? It was based on another one out of the book that I got, but I changed the centre. I didn't like that. Their centre was very boring. So I G'd up the centre a little bit, okay? When you're joining this one as well, do be careful, because you have your sticky outy bits, because it being triangular top and bottom, all right? And they're quite obviously not half a square triangle, so you're probably going to have to do yourself a bit of a template. I have, as ever, got that one ready for you, okay? Measurements are in enough places there that you should be able to suss and make your own template up, okay? Obviously the corners and the centre is dead easy, okay? Right, so another close-up look so you can have a little. All right, so there's another little star going on. It's my number 26. Number 27, which is on Saturday. Because I've only got tiddly tiny bits of that, it's going to be in a applique block. I haven't got enough of my last tie, or that tie colour, to actually make anything like this, excuse me. So it's going to be a applique again. We'll see what we can find to do, something a bit different again, maybe. Yeah, cool. So there we are. And the other lovely thing, I'll put that, yeah, there they are, you can see it going on. We're obviously getting to the point we need to put it all together. Yeah, so a little bit more serious. I'm going to put mine together with sashing. So that's the bit that goes, the strips that go in between. And with little squares in the corners of that, which are called cornerstones, okay? So if you're getting to that point and you've not done this before, or you're not sure what we need to do for this one, the strips that go in between, I'm going to be doing 12 inches by 2 inches wide, okay? So with your seam allowance, you're cutting 12.5 by 2.5, okay? So that it matches the sides of the blocks, but then you've got the gaps in the corners. The corners, when finished, are 2 inches square. All right, so you're cutting 2.5 inches. What I will do with my corners, my cornerstones, is I will use whatever I've got left in that pile randomly all over, make it look purpose. Okay, so that's the next stage. Now, because don't ask, just don't ask on this one. But going through my stash, look, I've already got my sashings already cut. I do have a thing about, I like black. I use a lot of black. I don't know if you've noticed. I think it accentuates colours and makes things stand out, look really cool. And I've obviously at some point cut a load of sashings ready to do and never done. So I have retrieved these from the retrieval system known as the scrap store. It's not scrap store's a place, isn't it? Have you ever been to those? Oh, they're a bit good. All sorts of stuff in scrap stores. Oh, we like them. So yeah, but in my scraps. So we're recycling. So I'm going to have one of my 9 lap quilt in with black sashings and with nice bright corners. Stands your chance it might be yellow, could be lime, we'll see. All right, so that's me ready to roll. And if you're to that point, how do we put it? I'll just explain it quickly, but I'll do you a diagram. So we start with a little cornerstone, and then we add it to a strip. We put cornerstone and we add it to a strip long way. So this being your sashing strip, all right? So cornerstone strip, across. Okay, so that becomes a long, thin little strip. Okay, so we start with cornerstones and we've got 3 sashings, and so that's your first strip. Second strip is a block. So we'll add one to the block, to another one, to a block, to another one. And although he's big and fat, he's another strip technically. Okay, so when you've got your strip of those, you can then join the 2 strips together. It's exactly the same as you do for a 9 patch or any of your other piecing. It's just on a larger scale. All right, so always pin from the center outwards, get your seams nicely nested, and all will be well. All right, what I will do for Saturday is start one, and I can physically show you then what I'm on about. Okay, so but those of you that are a bit ahead and wanting to do, if you're not sure how, we're cutting 12.5 by 2.5 for a 12 by 2 finish on your sashings, and you're cutting 2.5 by 2.5 squares, which will finish at 2 by 2 for your cornerstones. Okay, and then we'll get ready to put together, ready to rumble. It's all very exciting. It is very exciting. What other news have we got? Vlieseline, how do they pronounce it? I never know. Isn't that terrible? And I'm one of their ambassadors. Festival of Quilts isn't doing, is it? And they're doing quite a few different things online as a visual instead, virtual type stuff. And anybody that's interested, they're going to be doing a quilt along Vlieseline with their products that has grids on. I've got some around. I will get it out and I will show you. They're going to be doing a class a week online that you can look in and do and make. It's a nice little cabin actually. So yeah, I'll be shouting you about that one as well as we go along. What else is going on? Do sunshine's out. Lovely. Tom was in the gods. He jumped down. Don't know where he's gone. Might have gone mouse hunting. Brought me a present again yesterday. Oh, I don't like these things. I don't, but there we are. Apparently I don't know how to feed myself. Well, I'll agree to that one because I feed myself far too well. So he's probably right. Maybe I do need to go on a mouse diet. Ooh, I just had a little squeak over there. He knows I'm talking about him. Okay, so there we are. So we have a star for today. Think about your sashings. You might have to raid your stash proper. You might have to go online and see, do you need to buy something? I never worry about my sashing fabric and stuff when I start. Because sometimes what you think is going to work doesn't work in the slightest. And you'll end up with something completely different. So when I'm teaching this, yeah, hello Tom. I don't know if you can hear him squeaking at me. When I'm teaching, I always say to everybody, let's get your blocks made first. And then we'll consider what we're going to do as sashings in between. All right. So it might be that you need to go and have a little bit of a fabric auditioning with your stash. See what you've got. Or do you need to buy some? All right. So very exciting. And they're all going to come together and they're all going to look fabulous. I can't wait to see yours. I really can't. It's all very... So what else? What else? Exercise today. Yeah, round the garden, I think, for me. Feed the fishes. Done me hoglets. Yeah, so I wander up and down and about and all the rest of it. My tidy is still tidy. I ain't going to do any housework though. I don't like doing that. I think that's a very, very good waste of quilting time myself. I'm very fortunate. I've got a hubby that does a lot of it for me. I think actually it was a case of he got, yeah, if he didn't do it, it wasn't going to happen. I don't know if that's the best way to train him or not, but it's what seems to have happened. And he cooks as well, and that's very jolly. It's all good, all good. Right, so yeah, so the exercisings. What else do we want to do? Friends. How's all of our friends? I text a whole load of people this morning, first thing. Those that I've not spoken to for a little while, just to say hello, because I am missing them dreadfully. I can't wait for Sunday. With a bit of luck, he'll let us do a little bit more, obviously safely, I would hope, but a little bit more mixing and do it. I can't wait. It will be so nice to have somebody back in here and doing a bit, even if it's only 1 or 2 of you. Exciting. And a haircut. I'll text my hairdresser this morning. I'm like, Kevin, how are you? I hope you're all well. Is everybody all right? Just in case you're not aware, as soon as we're allowed, can I have a haircut, please? I'm going to get in that list, because we're all going to be scrabbling for hairdressers, aren't we? I can do my colours, not a problem, but I can't cut that. My colours, actually, look at that, I've got a badger strap. I need to put some pink in that. I don't know whether to wait till Sunday and see is there a possibility of a haircut next week, or just to colour it. I might just colour it. Badger strap in the middle. Yeah. I think we're all suffering a bit on that one, aren't we? I did wonder whether or not I'd get Paul's hair clippers, and I might have a number 8 or something all the way over if it goes on much longer. It will grow again. Don't matter, does it? It's only another. Yeah, it don't matter. It will grow. But you've all got to see me. Oh, that's a bit worrying. Oh, look. It dropped. Okay, right. So I really am rambling today, aren't I? So what are we? Friends, Romans, countrymen, tidying, exercise. All very jolly. Nice new start to do. Be thinking about your sashings. Tom's joining in. Have a lovely day. Have a fabulous bank holiday tomorrow, because I'm not going to be around here tomorrow. I'm going to be out in the garden with a bit of luck, so it's going to be nice. And I'll see you on Saturday for my last block within what I'm doing. As I say, I will carry on the witterings, and I shall probably find you even more blocks to do. Just because I'm quite enjoying this. I've got into it now. When I think about the very first one that I did, I was absolutely petrified. And I didn't know what I was doing, and I was stuttering, and I was in a right state. Do you remember I had my book with all my bits in that I had to say? Talk about overconfident and in your face these days. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm enjoying it. I am. And because your feedback is just fabulous. Right, okay. Be lovely.